Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here for another video. And today is a big one. Today we're going to be talking about why I think Sydney is the best city in the world. So without further ado guys, before we get any further into it, remember to give it a big fat thumbs up if you did enjoy. Helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like this kind of stuff on the channel. So let's get straight into this with today's video. Why Sydney is the best city in the world. We're going to start with my first point, which would be the people. The people of Sydney are so happy, so lovely, and so positive about near enough everything. I think this is Australians in general, because they have a better quality of life. But the people of Sydney, when I were there, were absolutely incredible. I loved them to bits. Everyone was friendly. They were happy to help with near enough everything. And whether they were an employee or just a regular citizen, they were absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's point one. Point two, the beauty. Sydney Botanical Gardens, the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge are literally just along that harbour stretch of the Parramatta River, and they are so incredible. Like the sights you could get from Sydney, not only the metropolitan area of Sydney, but also like Bondi, Manly, North Sydney. Some of the stuff you can find just hidden away down a random like path is just ridiculous. I mean, I have been trying my utter best to try and work out if any of the other cities I have been to can even match the quality of Sydney. And nothing's come close. Auckland is up there for natural beauty, but as I said, I still think Sydney is better because there is more going for it than Auckland. Auckland is just kind of a city plonked in the middle of a bunch of fields, and it looks pretty because of it, and it's kind of in a mountain range as well. Sydney, I mean, you have Bondi, the Blue Mountains, the metropolitan area, the Parramatta River, Sydney Zoo, North Sydney, Manly. You flipping have so much and so many incredible sights within minutes of each other. Sydney doesn't stop providing incredible views the entire way through. Next, tourist attractions. Now I know you shouldn't really consider this when going to consider a city, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Sydney has some of the most fun activities to do out of any Australian city I have been to. The Sydney Tower, the Harbour Bridge climb, Bondi, Manly, those two are going to continuously come up. The Blue Mountains, that is also going to continuously come up. But I mean, even stuff like the skydiving they offer from Sydney Airport and the ferry ride, the public transport, it is all incredible. And it all makes for an incredible experience and an incredible way to do Sydney. Next, we're going to talk about public transport because Transport for New South Wales, which is the government body that runs all the transport in Sydney, is incredible. They run trains so frequently, they're very rarely delayed, and they're dirt cheap. I mean, I got from Sydney Central Station to Katoomba, or near enough Katoomba, I think it's one stop before, in the Blue Mountains for $8 one way. So $16 in total. And you will never find train prices like that anywhere else. I mean, the closest you can get is Paris. Paris was pretty cheap in terms of euros, but it's still nowhere near the cheapness of Australia. And if you even add the fact that they're so reliable, so frequent, they're near enough every 2 minutes, especially if you're around the CBD, you can never get transport better than that. And with the new metro that's opened, Sydney is going to become like a transport hub. It's going to have 2 airports, multiple different ways to get around the city. And I think Transport for New South Wales are really trying to get Sydney to be a metropolitan transport hub. Next, we're going to talk about the food. The food in Sydney is phenomenal. It's multicultural dishes, everything from natural Aussie dishes to Kiwi dishes to Italian, Korean barbecue, Japanese, they're big on sushi, and I have never had sushi that's tasted so good other than when I was in Sydney. They've got traditional British food, so they can do a proper fish and chips or something like that. And I just love the fact the variety of food is so big, so vast, and so wide. It is honestly some of the best stuff you could potentially ever have. And that is why I love Sydney's food. Next, the animals. So this is more than likely going to be talking about zoos, but just the natural animals you could find in Sydney. Because when I went to Sydney Taronga Zoo, you would find so many incredible animals, from the wombat, dingo, koala, kangaroo. You would find absolutely so many animals, and everything is efficient. That zoo is a non-profit, so so all of the money goes straight back into the zoo, and it was just an incredible experience to be able to do that. And Sydney takes care of its people a hell of a lot. And finally, the beaches. Manly and Bondi, you can't really get better than Manly and Bondi. I mean, the walks, the views, the incredible blue water that you could possibly never find in any other Western country, other than potentially Florida in the States. It is ridiculous. So those are my reasons why I think Sydney is the best city in the world. If you disagree, let me know in the comments what you think the best city in the world is. And without further ado, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.